I'm talking to Rose Love. She is a citizen of St. Kitts, but she didn't go through the Citizenship by Investment. She went through the Residency by Investment program, which most people have never heard of. And the reason you don't hear about it, it's pushed very little here. You can actually do a Google search and you won't pull up anything on it. It's amazing, but actually it's one of the best residency by investment programs in the world, which I'm going to go over with you today on. Now, I'm actually going to ask her some questions, and this way I'll kind of give you a feedback on questions that you might have on this program and how it works. Rose, just in 30 seconds, if you can just tell me, you came to St. Kitts back. You've been here for about 20-something years, 22 years. How many years you been here?
I came here in 2009. I'm sorry. I came here in 99.
1999. Okay. All right. Now, the program that the St. Kitts and Nevis Residency by Investment program it's a 14-year program, the residency period, and then you can apply for citizenship after the 14-year period is over with. Doesn't mean you're going to get the passport. Just means that you have the option to apply at that point. Now, the reason I'm getting her on here is we're taking an actual example of someone, because I've mentioned to you in the past that programs that say you can, like in Panama, you can apply after 5 years. Nobody gets it in 5 years. I want to give you an example with her. After 14 years, she applied, but it took 3 years to get the citizenship. But there was a reason she's going to talk about here why that occurred. But typically what happens is, but she does know some people that applied after 14 years and they got it, pretty soon after the 14-year period was over with. So, everybody's different. So, but we're going to take her example and give you just just an example in her situation, what happened to her. Now, if you can just in 2 minutes mention when you got here, how many years you stayed here, when you applied for residency, and when you actually got the citizenship, if you explain that real quick.
Well, I got here in 99. I was on a permit for 3 years, and then after 3 years, I applied for residence, and then after 11 years of my residency, I applied for my passport, the citizenship, and because of the opposition, there was a holdup with my document, and it took me 3 years after, which bring it to a total of 17 years.
Okay, so here's a good example in your case. Doesn't mean everybody's going to be this way, but yours took 14 years residency, another 3 years before you actually got the passport. Okay, and what we're going to do too is mention the fees. Technically, what happens is if you come here self-employed, the first 3 years you're basically under a worker's permit, and it's $2,500 EC, which is roughly about $900 US US a year roughly, and then if you look at it over a 3 year period, it's 2,500 times 3, which is 7,500 EC. That's EC, not US. If you want to get the US figure, you just divide 2.7 by the 7,500 if you want to figure out what you paid over 3 years. Now, after 3 years, you can get residency, and then you can go out for, if you take her instance, it was, look at 3 years of 2,500, and then the other 14 years, which would equal 17 years, would be 1,500 a year for the residency each year thereafter after the first 3 years. So we're looking at, for that 17 years, roughly it was around 28,500 EC divided by, 28,500 EC divided by 2.7 equals 10,555 that she paid over that time period for the residency. Now, did you have to pay anything extra to get the passport, Rose?
Yes, I had to pay 2,500 EC Um,
That's
yeah,
about 900 US. Okay.
yes, that is for the certificate of the citizenship, and the 250 EC dollars is stamp from the government. That is for the passport.
Okay. So if the
Yes.
passport's 2,500 EC, so you're looking at 28,500 for all the residency and all the, the workers permit. So we're looking at 28, 29, 30. It was around 31,000. That's for everything. That's the workers permit, the residency, and then the passport. So you're looking around roughly around 12,000 US dollars roughly. Okay, but you got to wait. In her case, it was 17 years to get the passport. The key is, do you want to wait 17 years to get the passport? It's a lot cheaper than citizenship by investment, but we're looking at a lot of years to do it. And she knows people that did apply after 14 years and did get the passport soon after that. But there was a different opposition that was in office at that time, and they weren't really getting things done. And she got things done through. Was that you got things done after the opposition ended, or did you get everything done before that opposition?
Right after the opposition, the next month after they came in office, I got my passport. Yes.
Yeah. So the political group that's in office now obviously was a lot more efficient in getting her stuff done than the one that was in office at that point. And it's too bad that she had to go through all that hassle and headache of, we're looking at 17 years when she could have done it after 14 years. But that's just, that's the difference between one government and another one. But that's something you're going to have to take into consideration when you're getting a residency by investment. There are no guarantees after the 14 years if you're going to get the passport. So this is what we're looking at there. Now, another question here. I actually talked to the government myself on the number of days because most of our viewers are going to be people that are self-employed, but the number of days that you have to actually be in the country each year, they could not give me a definite time period on that. That's what's weird about this. And in fact, we talked it over, you and I. Basically, the way it works, they're more consistent and interested in your workers, your fees that you pay to work each year here, which is the residency fees, because you don't pay any workers permit fees after the 3 years. So we're looking at there's no definite time period when you set your business up that you have to be here. But I can tell you, if you come here and you get you set your business up. I talked to the Ministry of Finance. They literally said you can work out of your house, and also they also mentioned too that you have to have an address for your office, but you technically don't have to have an office set up. But you do have to have an address in St. Kitts. But that could be you could have a law firm, or you could have whatever you want to. It needs to be a designated residence or an office address that you got there for that. But you can work out of your house too. That's another thing. But the great thing about this is you can take off and leave. Now, being said, I talked to the government. If you're coming here and you're staying for 3 months and you're leaving, I mean, you're playing Russian roulette with that passport years down the road. You should be trying to stay here a great part of the time. How much time? The government wouldn't give me a figure. There is no figure they gave me. But from talking to Rose, and tell me what you think on this too, Rose. They're more concerned with the actual payment of the residency fees each year. Tell us a little bit about that.
In terms of paying for it, it's 1,500 EC monthly per year. That's 555 US per year, and you have to pay that for 11 years, and that will give you the total of 14 years, 3 years working permit, 11 years residency, and then you're qualified for your passport citizenship.
Okay, and this is in a country, you got to remember, folks, no income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, no inheritance tax. You're looking at a property tax that's 0.20% of what you're buying, and then you got a 29,000 US dollar exclusion before that 0.20% kicks in. It's not going to get any better than that. There's no country in the world that you can get a passport that quick that has these tax benefits. And St. Kitts also has more visa-free countries than any of the fast-track programs in the Caribbean. So this is what we're looking at. Now, it is English-speaking. There's no tests you have to take to get the actual passport, no language test. Just a time period. It's a long time period to get it. If you got the funds, it's a lot better to do the citizenship by investment. It's a lot quicker. You get it in quick as 2 months. To me, that's the best way to do it. But I wanted to bring this out to let people know that there is another option that you have to do for this. Now, remember, there is no specified period of time that you have to be in the country. But like I say, you should be trying to be here as much as you can. This is if you're setting up your own business, which most of our viewers are doing. They're self-employed that are doing that. Now, there's another way you can do it too. If you don't want to work and you want to buy a house that's at least $350,000 and you don't want to get citizenship, you can buy that house not in the citizenship zones. You can buy that anywhere you want. Okay, and that house will qualify you for residency here, but without the right to work. We're giving you an example of where you're getting residency with setting up your own business here. Okay, and that's how that works there. So also, you used to live in Nevis, Rose, correct?
Yes.
Which one did you like the best between Nevis and St. Kitts, and why?
I really love St. Kitts more.
And why is that?
Nevis is a little bit more quiet, and if you're thinking about the economy and make more money in terms of business and enjoy a little bit more fast life than total relaxed life, then you want to come to St. Kitts. St. Kitts is also cheaper, and yeah, you can have a lot more fun in St. Kitts. So there's a lot of things to enjoy here.
Do you feel like what about doctors and stuff like that? More doctors here too?
Yeah, we have a good hospital. We have more doctors. We have movies. We have a lot of great things to offer here, and we have more fruits and veg. If people were coming in and want to live, you want to get away and live more healthy life. St. Kitts have everything good to offer. Nevis do, but it's more quiet, a little bit more slow, more expensive. Depends on what you like the most. But for me, I love St. Kitts.
Okay, also too, folks, if you get a chance, if you go on our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and hit that top part that says apply with us, fill out those questions, and then hit that part that says send it to us, we'll get back with you. People that are interested in legally getting their income taxes down to zero, or how to get a second passport as quick as 2 months, can contact us. Also, if you're interested in getting new videos as they come out automatically, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to the right of your screen, and also that notification bell next to that subscription button. And also, I'd like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, just put it below and I'll get back with you. Now, any other things that you can think about, Rose, that you like better about St. Kitts than Nevis? I noticed too. Go ahead.
I think St. Kitts offer a good quality of life for all types of people. If you're single, we have, the nightlife is really good in St. Kitts. You have, we have better beach. There are a lot more things to enjoy for family, your kids. It's a single person. Everything is in St. Kitts. Everything is here, and you don't want to spend too much while you're having fun, and at the same time you want to enjoy everything. So there is much more to enjoy in St. Kitts than Nevis. I do really enjoy the local market, the fresh veg and fish, and everything you need in life, it's in St. Kitts, and it's all organic, healthy, and the quality of life. It's not too busy, not too slow, and the price is really good comparing to other islands. So I would say St. Kitts, yes.
Uh-huh. Now, your daughter was born in, you came, at one time you were married and you came to Nevis and you were living there and your daughter was born there. And you're from, where are you from originally?
I was born in Guyana.
Now, how do you compare Guyana with St. Kitts? What do you like St. Kitts better than Guyana or what?
Yeah, I like St. Kitts better than my country because, um, you know, I like a quiet life, but not as quiet as Nevis. And Guyana, the weather is more hotter than St. Kitts. We have beautiful beach here, and my daughter was born here, so I wanted to give her that privilege to raise her in the beautiful island as she desired to raise him.
And Guyana's got an income tax and St. Kitts does not. Of course, you
Right.
actually moved, I guess, about the time you started working, so you probably didn't experience income taxes that much in Guyana because you moved about the time that you got married and you
As
were
a
still
teenager, so right.
Uh-huh. So your daughter, she went back to Guyana one time and it was kind of a culture shock. She liked St. Kitts better than Guyana.
Yeah, she likes St. Kitts better, and it's she can create her own life here. It's St. Kitts. It's really it's really free and beautiful. People don't really look at you and all of that. It's just yeah.
Yeah. Well, folks, this is an example of someone who actually came here, went through the residency program, and this is another option. If you don't have that much money, we can help you and work with you on this and getting this through. So this is an option for you if you want a real cheap. This is probably the cheapest residency by investment that has a lot of flexibility. That's English speaking with no income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, with a property tax of 0.20% of what you're buying, with a $29,000 exclusion before that 0.20% kicks in. Folks, it's not going to get any better than this. This is the best this is going to get. Okay, not everything's perfect down here. You're going to have things that you find this a little bit different, the slowness, whatever. But the things I'm telling you here, this is there's no air pollution problems down here. It's got real clean water for swimming, biking, hiking. There's a lot of different things that you can do here. You need to come down and take a visit here. And we've had 0 deaths from the coronavirus. It's a great place to come visit and to live. Anyway, if you got a question or comment, put it below. And also, I'd like to hear from you. If you got a question, just put it below the screen there. I'd be glad to see what I can do to help on any questions that you got there. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the right of your screen, and we'll get back with you with any new videos as they come out. And also, if you'll go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, hit that top bar that says apply with us, fill out those questions, hit that bottom bar that says send it to us, and we'll get back with you. We deal with a lot of citizenship by investment and residency by investment countries all over the world, and I'll look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care.